Welcome to the Thought Brothers. I'm Gary Johnson, and we have our regular crew here, but we also have the incomparable Melba Moore. And I want to tell you, this is Ms. Melba's fourth or fifth time, but she's usually on Calculations, the one-on-one, but I wanted her to meet the Thought Brothers. And so just to give you some background for people who haven't been with us, this episode is going to be memorable because Ms. Moore is a four-time Grammy nominee, Tony Award winner, Broadway star, R&B icon, and someone whose music has inspired audiences around the world. Ms. Melba Moore, welcome to the show on the Thought Brothers. How are you doing this evening?
Thank you so very much for having me. I'm feeling fantastic.
Oh, good. You look fantastic too. So I'm going to just start off with the first question, and then I'm going to turn it over to the fellas. Many people know you because I want to talk about your new single, which I love, the memoir. But when most people know you as a performer, who are you when the spotlight goes off?
When it goes off?
Off, yes.
Oh, that's another lady. Totally different person. I guess because really I'm an introvert. But when you're with people, you have to communicate. You have to come out of yourself. It's not about you. So it's really a totally different. Everything that I've become that I think allows me to be successful and a good communicator, I've learned to do. It's just really not me.
Okay, that makes sense. You've had to adjust and adapt. The new single, how's it doing? I love it.
Well, everybody's like putting it number one already.
That's great.
It's jumping like to number one. I don't know. I just have God's favor right now. I really do.
Well, it's a great single. We'll talk about the book in a minute, but I want to turn it over to Bill Spivey, who is known as our researcher. So, Mr. Researcher, introduce yourself to Ms. Melba Moore.
How you doing, Ms. Moore?
Hi.
My name is Bill Spivey. I'm one of the original hosts on the show, and I am the researcher. And I'm not going to even get into what I've researched on you because you have been first in so many different things since 1968. But one of the things I want to ask you with the new single coming out, do you find that now you are more, I guess, used to performing and not getting nervous?
No way. In a way, it's worse than ever because so many things can go wrong. And I'm in charge. I can't blame nobody. No. But what I find it works in my favor. I think I've really been as a recording artist, especially. I've been an independent artist now for maybe about 20 years.
Okay.
And I don't think I really think of it that way, but it's been a long time since I've been with a major record label. And in some cases, they kind of don't really exist anymore. It's kind of like an independent world. So I think what's happened is that the world has adjusted to me. Not really, but in terms of diversity and independent companies and independent systems, I'm comfortable.
Do you find that a lot of you and a lot of your contemporaries are running up against this new AI music that's out here? I mean, I see a lot of it now. And a lot of it I find is very good. But for me, at my age, remembering Melba Moore and Diana Ross and Patti LaBelle and them, it's not the same. So do you find that you're having to really compete with the AI music that's out there now?
Well, I don't know if I have a correct perspective, but what I'm hearing is a backlash against it from all different ages and genres because people want authenticity.
That's exactly right.
They don't want you to take the whole human, condition out of it. What is it then? It's not real really anymore. And people are kind of rebelling against that. They're saying that they don't want that. Besides, I mean, it's like making somebody a whole lot of, it's like cheating.
Yeah, it really is. And that's a good way of putting it. And the last thing I want to ask you is with the new single, which is just fantastic. I use sleep buds at night when I go to sleep and listen to music. And I went to sleep last night with you in my ear. You find that you're getting ready? Are you gonna have to go on tour with this new single?
Well,
Are you
absolutely.
are you ready for that?
Well, I'm already on tour, but it's building up. It's going to be a really fat, nice tour. Yes. I'm going to pay my rent. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay,
Okay.
Carlos, she's all yours.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with the CJ since we're on the music
Okay.
theme. We're on the music track. Go ahead, CJ, because CJ is our resident musician.
Sure, I'll jump in. I was thinking, I was going to ask about AI, but Mr. Spivey got there before me on that about, just the rise of AI music. And you're right, there is a big backlash. There's actually a big Spotify case where they're just announced just recently where they're not going to be monetizing AI artists or putting them on playlist anymore because of the massive backlash for AI artists.
Great.
But for you, personally, I wanted to ask about your process in the modern day of like your process of making songs in terms of is there a band, is there producers that that you frequently work with, and how do you cook up the songs, the ideas, where do you get inspired for the new songs and albums?
I get the songs and ideas from the next generation. Generally speaking, I'm at the age now too where my daughter, or I have one child, she's my boss, so I'm on her label. And the she kind of she and her team find the songs for me. But this particular song in this album, I've worked with Yasha Barjona, and this song is written by him and his daughter Chloe Barjona. But I've worked with him many, 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 many years, and and he's evolved technologically as well as his songwriting and production team. So I feel as though that's been a growth pattern for both of us. And so we've kind of evolved. I've worked with other independent songwriters and producers too. So I've had a diverse experience, and so has he. And so I feel like we've just kind of grown together, and we've also grown with the way the industry has changed.
That's what I was going to get to next, the way the industry has changed, especially for an independent artist like yourself. I'm also an independent artist, so I definitely understand, trying to navigate, without a label. Like I said, the major labels have operated a lot differently than they used to back in the day. And like I said, another thing I was wondering about specifically is promotion for your music. The just like the process of creating music has changed, the landscape of promoting music has changed vastly, especially with TikTok and social media. So I was just wondering, what was your strategy for, an artist who is like a legacy artist like yourself to promote in the modern day landscape?
Well, one thing that has been key is that I have a very good partner and manager. His name is Ron Richardson. And so we've navigated from the times that I've had all these different, we've been together about 22 years now. And when I first met him, I once more, I had lost everything, including my family, my career. I was homeless. So, I've started over several different times. And so what we've done is like, I know like that many years ago, like the internet wasn't what it was, what it is now, of course. But we started trying to adjust to doing things on the internet instead of the way we used to do it, like door-to-door salesman. And like, well, he's got a following for me that is ridiculous. So to know how to get yourself to the people. And around that now we've put a good promotional team and a PR team and record promotions and radio promotions. We don't have, I forgot, we don't have records no more. There's been a lot of changes, but I think the thing of it has been is that I've been organic and I've made these adjustments on my own, and I attracted an incredible partner who grew with me, and we are sort of we are the centerpiece. So everything is built really around us, and so that since I am the type of person who's been diverse to begin with, but I like to, and I'm good at adjusting. So we are very flexible. So now I can go back now and kind of actually start to get back some of the artistic aspects of my singing career, probably theater and film career too, that I lost because of some other mistakes that I make and hardships that I had, but because I was essentially willing to start over and build over, and that it is a calling. It's not just a job, and it's not just about success. I mean, I want to see what kind of a human being this makes me. It makes me one that wants to grow and care about people as well as my work and my success.
Okay. You got another one, CJ? Or you good?
That's like I said,
Okay.
I think the only thing I'll add is just as a musician, I really connect with that last part where a lot of people don't understand where it is a calling, and whether you like it or not, those ideas, those songs, those melodies will come to your head. And if you
Right.
don't get them out, they'll drive you crazy. So whether you want to do it or not, you end up just writing songs regardless of the situation. Like you said, no matter where you are in life, the inspiration never stops.
Right. Absolutely.
Ms. Melba, you can help me settle before we go to Carlos, a barroom type argument regarding your music.
Uh-huh.
You will recall my godmother, Maddie Taylor, with Van
Oh,
McCoy.
Maddie, yes, with
Yeah, so
Van.
she would tell me all these things about you, and the song "Lean on Me."
Yeah.
How long did you hold that note on the record?
Oh, well, that was the first time I kind of did that. So like, I don't know, maybe about 15 or 20 seconds, but that's not the note that's in the Guinness Book of Records.
Oh, okay.
So I've held it much longer. But what's important about Maddie and Van is because of their talents and their humanity, help me develop what my style is and do the things that give me the stamina and everything to do this, so that I've gotten stronger, my range has grown, and I've continued to like understand that don't take this for granted, and you're not whoever it is you think you are. Just keep looking and keep working. So that was very, very important. Let me be more specific. Van McCoy, in case people don't know, almost single-handedly ushered in the disco era with the disco hustle,
Yep.
the hustle. But he also wrote many, many, many wonderful songs, and one of them was "Lean on Me" by Van McCoy, that everybody knows, the one by Bill Withers. But I heard the great Miss Aretha Franklin sing that, and that's where I learned it. But I know I couldn't sing it like her, and I didn't want to try to sing like her. But you know how when people inspire you, so you just want to sing the song. So I kept singing it and singing it until I kind of really developed my own arrangement of it. So when I finally met Van, and he wrote "This Is It," which is a big, 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 big disco hit for me, I begged him to please do the arrangement that I had been working on of "Lean on Me," and it's become my signature piece.
Yeah. I would go by the office and they would talk about you and the notes. And it was just one of those things. And I said, I'm going to ask her about that one day. But yeah, that's great. That's because he wrote about 670 some songs. His catalog is really, really deep.
Yes.
So, okay, that settles the barroom argument for me. Okay, I'm good.
Hey, Gary,
Yeah.
let me interject, because Miss Moore is being very mild with this, but she is one of the few people who has a 5-octane soprano vocal range.
Oh, yeah. 5-octave. Yeah.
And one of the other things, when I was doing my research, I was shocked that she was on the Bee Gees album in 1978 with the song "You're Stepping Into My Life." I remember the Bee Gees from Saturday Night Fever.
Yep. All righty.
Well,
Carlos.
I wasn't
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I wasn't on their album, but I covered that Saturday Night Fever. They had every song on that record was a success.
Everyone.
The album and all the singles. So we picked the one song that they hadn't released, which was "You Stepped Into My Life." But the reason why I think it was successful for me was because, of course, the construction of it by the Bee Gees, but the arrangement that you hear is Gene McFadden and John Whitehead.
Yes.
McFadden and Whitehead. Yep.
I picked that up in my research.
Okay, so I mean, they're ridiculous for songwriting and arranging.
Yeah.
Yep.
They really they tried to make it just for me, for my little voice,
It worked. It worked.
It's still working, praise God.
Yep. Come on, Carlos, get in here.
All right, Miss Moore, welcome and thank you for joining the Thought Brothers. We really appreciate this. Hey, I've been been called the financial analyst. So, I got to ask you, there are a lot of young artists coming up, people who aspire to be in the music business, and they think as long as I can get a hit song, I'm gonna be rich. It's gonna carry me for the rest of my life. And we see a lot of these documentaries on TV, certain cable stations, direct TV stations, etc. And it's the story behind the music. You start to find out that even though these were great performers or had great hit songs, there's a story behind how they either managed or mismanaged their money, or sometimes how their agents or the record companies managed or mismanaged their money. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe the financial impact the music industry has had on your life, starting from the 1960s and how it's evolved to the 2000s? I would love to hear it. We would
Very
love
much
to hear
so.
it.
Well, first of all, at least from my perspective, we're like Siamese twins, the financial aspect and the artistic aspect. And generally speaking, the business aspect is a series of technical things that you need to be very, very cognizant of and good at. Plus, is not usually a good idea for the artist or to try to negotiate with somebody. You need a buffer between the two. Besides, they're two different areas of expertise, and they're both full-time jobs, and they're both totally different types of expertises that you need to have. I don't know about anybody else, but I need all my time to try to be an artist. And if I would stop now and start talking to people about contracts and legal aspects, that's another whole thing that takes a whole area of expertise and time and energy from you. You need somebody to do that. And usually what has happened is that agents or accountants or managers have taken this advantage and have encouraged you not to know what's going on in your life so that they can just do what they want to and actually take over your identity and steal from you. And so, and they're also, the laws were not favorable in terms of an artist getting proper payment for their work. If you wrote the song, you made a situation where you own part of the music and you got a certain pay. But generally speaking, that was done for you by somebody if you were the artist, and you didn't get the same kinds of rights. There are lots of improvements in the laws now in terms of how you should get paid and royalties and that kind of thing. Now there's an improvement, but it's still it's not equitable. Equitable is not fair.
Thank you, Ms. Moore, for that. As we start to look at all these music biopics that have come out, obviously the Michael one has come out recently, and Joe Jackson gets a lot of flack for the way he treated his family, etc. I don't know if anyone else has passed through Gary, Indiana, but I understand exactly why Joe wanted to get his family out of Gary, Indiana. It's a tough place, okay? And I'm not sure how tough it was in the 1950s or 60s with the steel mill. But one thing I admired about him is, as the manager, unless I'm wrong, it appeared none of his family went broke. Like, he died with millions in the bank. Like, there was no, like, you may have criticized him for being a certain type of manager or father figure, but they all have money, and the ones that are still with us still have money. Then I look at another biopic about Elvis, and it looked like, I didn't know Elvis had a manager who appeared to be stealing from him for many years, and that's why he had to perform so many years in Las Vegas. So I guess that leads up to my next question. You said your daughter, I believe, is currently your manager?
Yes.
Okay. There must be a reason why you chose to go with family over some of the outsiders. Can you expand that one for us?
Yes, I was once married to Charles Huggins, and he's a business genius, and he's very, very good, but he was dishonest too. And not only that, we divorced. But he's had so many terrible things happen to him in his life, and he's really paid his dues, and he's trying to be a different person now. And I thought, well, I'm supposed to be a Christian, and I am a Christian. So that means you have to figure out what to do to make amends if they want to. And you really need to do it not just for yourself, but we have a daughter now. We have one child. So if we try to figure out how to be decent human beings, we don't know how to do that, but learn how to do that and try, something good could happen. Because really all my hit records came from Hush Productions and Charles Huggins. I was a wonderful singer, but I didn't really even have a style yet. But he went and got me McFadden and Whitehead. He got me Van McCoy. He got me all the great Paul Lawrence. He got me Freddie Jackson. So, when you take the humanity and try to patch it back up and see what happens, I think you have what I have now. I have a family business. I'm probably going to have the biggest hit record I've ever had. But I think it's because I'm trying to please God.
Wow.
Well, thank you very much. Someone once told me if you take care of yourself, everything else will fall into place. So thank you very much for that background. And I'll turn it back to Gary, see what he has.
I want to talk about the book. This is it, Marvelous and Getting Better.
This one right here.
Yeah, there we go.
Ta-da!
What inspired the memoir?
Once again, my daughter said, "Ma, everybody got a book but you."
Go ahead, Charlie. Go ahead.
I said, "Ma, you got to get to step in. It's a book world now." And she's absolutely right. Everybody can have a book. I mean, I've been trying to do a book for several years, and various things happened and didn't happen. But she said, you need to really go and focus and try to do that. So she put together a team. Kevin Taylor is a co-writer, and they explained to me that I assumed it should be an autobiography. She said, no, why don't you start small? So now I understand technically a memoir it's an autobiography, but it's smaller. So I started with This Is It, Melba Moore, Marvelous and Getting Better, at the behest of my daughter.
Wow. So that kind of connects to the question, what has allowed you to remain relevant for more than 50 years? I mean, we're still talking about you. You got a hit record, like you just said, probably maybe the biggest hit of your career, and you've had hits.
I don't think there's a way to be relevant unless somebody tells you, you better do this or that or the other. Let you know what's going on around you. Because for myself, first of all, since I'm a Christian, I really got to spend time with God and finding out who He is and what's going on now, and what the world is that He's making, that He wants me to be in. And you don't really have time to. I don't have time to listen to all the fabulous new songwriters and singers. I don't have time to do it. So you have to have a good team. I guess that's it.
We did a show 2 weeks ago on legacy, generational wealth, legacy. So I want to connect that to you. What do you hope people remember most about you? Is it being a singer, Broadway performer, mother, humanitarian, woman of faith? What do you think?
I think it's definitely going to be a woman of faith, because well, that's what I think, because that's what's important to me. But I think what may happen is that if my career is really, really great, they'll remember the work that I did, and I think it will continue to inspire people along the way, especially in terms of, what we face in terms of racism.
When Bill was talking, you were talking about the tour, and I know you have some upcoming events. Can you talk about the ones I know in Blue Note in LA, Blue Note, New York? What are some of your future projects?
Well, that one's coming up in September, yes, in LA, and then the one in New York, and then I can't remember them all, but the floodgates have opened, and I'm finna pay the rent.
Okay. Fellas, you got any more questions for Ms. Moore?
The only thing I'll say, I'm sure writing your book was very easy, because when, I first heard about you with Pearlie in 1970. And then when I was doing research, I found that was not your first bout on Broadway.
Right.
You started in Hair in
Right.
1968, and you were the first African-American lady to replace a white female as the lead, Diana Keaton.
Diane Keaton.
And then it just got crazy. The more I was trying to research, the more I came up, the first with the Tony Award, and then you and Clifton, I think it was Clifton
Davis
had a reality show. But it
Variety.
sounded like during that time frame, it reminded me, we talked about a show recently where we were talking about Michael Jackson and Prince, how during that time we got some of the best music because those two were battling each other. When I was doing research on you during your time, you and Diana Carroll were battling each other. Tony Awards, she got the show Julia, you got the show, the variety show. So you all had a battle. Is that the way you look at it?
No. Miss Carroll has her own special place, honeys.
Yeah. But I mean, the two of y'all were at the top of your game, the first in many things, as
Yes.
far as the Tony Awards and other awards. Y'all were the first, y'all were the pioneers for Black women.
Well, we were definitely among them because, of course, we have Miss Lena Horne, we have Miss Pearl Bailey, who replaced Barbara Streisand in Hello, Dolly.
Right.
I mean, you know how you people are, okay?
And you got your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yep.
Your book should have been easy.
It actually was. We had to make sure that we just, actually, the thing I like best about the book are the pictures.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have pictures with me and Michael Jackson. Are you joking?
Yeah.
And me and Coretta Scott King. And oh gosh, just incredible people. The pictures are wonderful to look. Me and Mary Wilson, me and Nancy, me and Liza Minnelli. The pictures are wonderful. Well, the book is good. The book is okay. I like the pictures.
My final question, what still excites you about the entertainment industry?
I think going on stage, getting ready. I mean, I guess because so many things can go wrong because it's live.
Yeah. So it
I
is
get
what it
scared,
is, huh?
I get scared of that every single time.
Wow. Well, that's good. That's good. Ms. Melba, I just want to thank you for not only sharing your remarkable talent with us, but the wisdom. When we go back and look at this show, there's some wisdom that you snuck in here on us. And congratulations on the new single, Love Wins Every Time. I'm going to have it when we produce this at the end. And, you've shown us that excellence, grace, faith, perseverance never go out of style. So we've had a conversation with a legend, but you've kind of given us a masterclass on life, music, and longevity. So it was a pleasure having you here on the show with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Melba Moore, thank you for being on The Thought Brothers. Thank you very much.
It was such a pleasure.
All right,
Thank
hang
you.
on.
Thank you.
Okay.
We don't need the stars to shine, but like the night with what's inside. Ain't no battle we can fight when your heart beats next to mine. We've been tested, we've been tried, still we belong where tears have tried. It's not about the fame and the glory, we're writing a forever story. Love wins every time. When the odds are high, we still rise. Love wins every time. Through the storms and through the north, love wins every time. We keep the faith, we keep the joy. Love wins every time. We're painting heaven in motion. Brush strokes made love try. You turn the dusk to devotion. When the world feels unjust, we've been tested, we've been tried, still we bloom where tears have tried. Let's get about the fame and the glory. We're running a forever story. Love wins every time. and through the north. Love wins every time. We keep the days, we keep the joy. Love wins every time. Storms through the north.